Back to another episode of Absolutely Fabulous. It's episode 59, and we hope you've all had an incredible Christmas and New Year.
I was so relaxed and having such a good break that I didn't even realize we'd be recording tonight until I picked up my phone.
And there I was
Did
with many messages. Nice little show outline
did
for you.
did you miss us, everybody? Did you miss listening to us? She's had a couple of where she's been on the receiving end of the interviews come out over the Christmas break. So you shouldn't have missed her too much. I have been sharing those on the social channels. So if you haven't picked them up, one is from the NFF, National Farmers Federation, telling our story. And the other one is, refresh my memory, something about being a queen or an empress or something.
With Sarah King, Empress Nation.
That's it. That was a couple of weeks ago, I reckon. But yeah, so they have been shared. So if you haven't listened to them yet, get on them.
Hi, welcome to Absolutely Fabulous. My name is Gillian Fennell, also known as Station Mum 101. I love everything about agriculture, especially the people and especially communicating about what makes Australian ag so special.
And I'm Katja Williams, a beef, cattle and cropping farmer, and I love all things ag, and I'm also known as the ultimate farm wife. Together, we are Absolutely Fabulous, and we are talking all things agriculture beyond the headlines.
And we can't wait to give our opinion to you, and we hope you enjoy it.
So let's get into today's episode.
So yeah, and we're back. We're back recording, Katja. You've had a very eventful holidays so far.
Massive eventful holidays. It definitely doesn't feel like we've only disappeared for a couple of weeks. It already seems like we're a few months into the year with what's been going on. But before
Yeah,
we
and I
jump,
think.
sorry, you
Oh,
go.
I was going to say before we record, the poor buggers in Queensland are underwater again, and the poor buggers in Victoria are on fire, as so often happens over the summer in Australia. We will drop some links on our socials about where you can donate and the best way to actually get support to those people on the ground if you want to help. So we will make sure we're sharing all that information. And if there's anything that we can do on the show, guys, just let us know. We're quite happy to give shout outs or to ask for donations to go to certain places. So if you're a reputable source and you want us to promote you, just let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have done a episode previously on what to add into goodie bags when you are dropping off donations. So I'll be sure to link that in the show notes as well.
Don't forget the easiest, most transferable thing is cold hard cash. Because it also does help the small communities stay on their feet as well, because people are going to shop local first, and if we can help keep these communities together, that's what we will try our best to do. So yeah, now that bit of is out of the way, you've got something that was really exciting, Katja, that you did.
Couple of things that are really exciting, but I think you're talking about the Disney cruise. So we dropped a few hints on that I was going away for the holidays. So in the new year, I did get my farmer off farm. That was a challenge, but we got there and we went on a 5-night Disney cruise. It is one of the last Disney cruises out of Australia. They did not renew their port fees, but 5 nights. So we went from Sydney to Tassie to Eden in Victoria and back up to Sydney. It was an incredible 5 days. I could talk probably for the entire podcast just on that, but it was so immersive. I've done Disney parks before, and the cruises just absolutely take the cake over the parks. You're in air conditioning, everything is so easy to get to. You sleep where you eat, and all the attractions and all the character meets. They do it very well. Essentially, you've got 5 crew members assigned specifically to you guys for your stay. So it's incredible. I didn't have to cook, I didn't have to clean, I didn't have to do my own washing. We went to restaurants every night. They had the buffet during the day and the specialty restaurants on board, which was all included in your food. So once you paid, that was included. They had the theatre, so sometimes they'll show new releases for Disney, and sometimes they'll even show pre-releases so that when it hasn't been come out on Disney Direct or Disney On Demand, or it might not have come out at cinemas. Sometimes they'll show the movie on the cruise beforehand, and they have a full theatre as well. So they do, over the 5 nights, they did 3 theatre productions, which we were able to go to as well. Amazing.
I have heard that a cruise is a very good option if you have a farmer, because they are contained.
Mm-hmm.
They can't do work because that's a big no-no, touching things on the ship that they're not supposed to be touching. It is like enforced rest. So I've had a couple of people say that to me. If you have a farmer who really struggles to take downtime and to rest, that a cruise is a really, really good way to force them to take that mental and physical break.
Absolutely. So, and when you're out at sea, no Wi-Fi, no cell service.
I can't imagine anything worse than being on a boat with all those people. But if that sounds like something you'd like to do, go ahead and save up and book yourself well. We can't give any discount codes or anything because that's not really, we're not popular enough to do that. They would have to give us a lot of money to tempt me to take them up on going on a cruise. I don't think they have enough money to sponsor us to do that.
No.
And so you've got it's a big year for all you. It is a big year for you, Katja. Like something else is happening.
Yes.
In your family.
My younger sister got engaged, so that will make 4 out of 4 girls for mum and dad by the time the wedding comes around. So this year's already going to be massive. I've got 2 hens parties, 2 weddings, 2 70ths, and oh goodness knows what else is coming up. Definitely at least 2 conferences already on the books. And I get to have a crack at renovating a farmhouse. So very excited about that and what the year will bring.
The closest I've got to renovating a farmhouse, well, that's not true. I've done a bit of renovating in the past and decided it was not for me. But I really enjoy watching other people do it on Instagram and YouTube and stuff like. So are you going to film it, Katja? Are we going to get to watch you do all that stuff?
I'll probably film it. Whether it makes it to the light of the internet is another thing.
Yeah, it might not be fit for production. And you've got a big birthday this year and everything. It's just...
Yeah, so I'm turning 35, which is really exciting because what I'm going to do for my birthday is I'm going to take one of my triplet sisters and we are going to go to Geary, which is just down the road from us, and we're going to be celebrating our birthday at the same time as Tom Curtin because it'll be at his Outback Kimberley Experience show that we're going to be celebrating our birthday, and it just so happens to be his birthday. So really excited about that. If his name sounds familiar, that is because he's a multi-golden guitar winner, and his wife Annabelle has been on the Ultimate Farm Wife podcast as well. So that was episode 47. I'll link it in the show notes below. So her interview was all about meeting Tom, moving up to Catherine, joining his tourism business. So they break in horses and dogs, and for part of their season, they're up in Catherine. They're now part of the Great Gans Stop, which is pretty amazing. And in their off season, they tour around Australia, taking their show around. So very excited for them to be very close to me.
It is really cool, actually. I don't have the time or the inclination or patience to train. Like I can barely break in my horse, and my dog knows how to sit sometimes. Like to have that amount of like, it is a true skill to be able to do that. And I have heard good reports about his shows that they're really entertaining, and he, pretty handy on the guitar and that sort of thing. So you will have a great time. Oh, and what else have we got? What else have we got, Katja? Like what else? I've been doing not much, to be honest, over Christmas. Had Christmas with mum and dad down south. Had a jumper on a lot of the times over Christmas, which was interesting. Other than that, I've just been home and throwing a heap of stuff in the bin and reading a few books, and it's just trying to chill out. I've already had one trip away for Livestock SA already this year. And just looking at I've got a calendar up on the door over there. So looking at my trips moving forward, when I go to take the kids back to school, it's just going to be bedlam.
Yeah.
I'll be away for ages doing all sorts of things. But yeah, having a nice quiet time at the moment, which has been really interesting to be quiet and have not much going on. Just been good.
Good. Good. So I still don't know what I'm going to do to celebrate my 100 episodes. But over the Christmas break, I did have for the Ultimate Farm Life episodes 102 and 103 come out. So 102 is all about Jo. Jo's from Jo Marie Designs. You would have met Jo at last year's conference. So Jo is a chicken farmer. Her and her husband built the business from the ground up. So she talks all about starting, their egg laying business, and then when they had 2 boys, they then started the rearing sheds, and then they added a third boy into the mix. So we talk all about starting up those businesses. Then we also talk about her fashion brand. So Jo has the most incredible breastfeeding friendly work shirts. I have basically lived in them, and they not only lasted several of my kids, but I was also able to hand them on to my sister, who now basically lives in them, and she's got 2 kids out of them. So they last, they are practical, and they are everything that a work shirt should be. So shout out to Jo Marie, absolutely incredible. I'm going to drop those links in the description below for her interview. And then the other interview, which will be out by the time this airs, is Emily. So Emily is on the committee with Gillian and I for the Harvest Her Power conference, and she talks about being raised from the city and now is a first generational farmer and how they made that happen with 3 kids on board. Absolutely incredible. She's also doing so many other roles in advocacy for Australia. She's on the Australian Women in Agriculture Board, as well as many, many others. So a fantastic listen to.
Yeah, and just an absolute beautiful person. And Jo's a beautiful person too. I think this is what I really enjoy about agriculture, is that it is just the people that you get to meet.
Mm-hmm.
They're genuine. They're in it for the right reasons. They are having a go. Everyone supports each other. And that's what I love about the Harvest Her Power conference. But I can't go this year because it'll be the same time as my graduation. But something very exciting. I need someone to go in my place. So I am sponsoring a ticket, and the Harvest Her Power conference committee is providing accommodation, and there will also be a small travel bursary available. So if you would like to take my place and blow up the socials for the Harvest Her Power conference, and take all the selfies and do all the stuff that I usually do at a conference, please reach out to us, send us a message, send us an email, get in contact. I am looking for a mini-me to take my place, and you will be fully supported in going there and doing that. So reach out now, because you don't have much time to organise this.
We've had a couple of inquiries come through over the holidays since our last episode. So, guys, make sure you're jumping in on that. Gillian, is there anything in particular they need to send you to be able to get the leg up in being your mini-me?
I reckon if they could send a little video clip of themselves about how and why they want to do it, I think would probably be the best. And, we can watch that and determine if they've got the right stuff. Also, they need to have a significant amount of glitter or sparkles or something. It could be something, make it your own. Like maybe you want to go for leopard print. Maybe you want to, set your own style, set your own vibe.
You're looking for some pizzazz, some commitment.
Yes, got to be a little bit, got to be a little bit out there. Got to be a little bit, you got to be open and friendly and ready to. Don't take yourself too seriously, because this is not a stepping stone into a great media career. It can be, but don't take yourself too seriously, because if that's one thing that I don't do, is I don't take myself seriously at all. So give us a little, even if it's a little 10-second clip of why you want to be me at the Harvest Her Power conference, and we will judge them and we will let you know. So please get on it.
Absolutely. So keep those inquiries coming through. You can reach Gillian and I either at our individual socials, on the Absolutely Fabulous social, or on the email. It's always in the show notes. You know where to find it. So while we're talking about the Harvest Her Power conference, we have 2 weeks left of early bird tickets. I cannot stress how important it is to get those early bird tickets. It helps us as organisers, but it helps you as well because the ticket price is currently $500. And what that gets you is 2 cocktail parties, 2 days at the conference with some absolutely incredible speakers and workshops. Did I say 2 cocktail parties? I think I did.
You did say just go, and great free gifts in the goodie bag, because I packaged up the absolutely fabulous gifts and then sent them off over Christmas while Karcher was away. So I hope they're not missing in the post. I know what's in the goodie bag, so it's going to be awesome. It is like the value of the goodie bags, and the people have supported us and given us stuff for free and have donated things that's just incredible. Thank you so much to all those sponsors. When we go with your names, we will start reading them out and promoting you because you deserve it. It's just going to be so awesome. So, you know, I go to a lot of conferences. We all know that. And $500 for the amount of time that you're getting with these speakers and the format in which you're getting to the questioning. It's a format, that close room format, the social events associated with the cocktail parties and everything. That is cheap. That is so cheap compared to some of the other things that I go to that are probably not as interactive and not as supportive. They still serve purpose, but yeah, you get so much out of it. Like the networking is just incredible because it is such a cohesive, supportive, friendly group. So don't miss out on it. Jump in and grab your tickets now before they go up in price, because that's what's going to happen when the early bird ends at the end of January.
Absolutely. So we are changing up things for Absolutely Fabulous this year. Gillian mentioned at the end of our last episode that we're changing format. So going forward, you'll be seeing less of us together. But what that means is we'll be doing a chat like this at the beginning of every month. We'll do a Q&A question because we're getting more and more questions and answers coming through. Well, more questions, we're giving answers, and opinions coming through each and every week, and to the point where they are able to make up their absolute own episode, which is absolutely incredible. We'll also still be doing our 4 subject topics, but we will be doing them individually with other interviewees. So if you as an agfab wants to come on, have a chat, let us know. If you want to hear from an industry expert on something in particular that's coming up, let us know. We will sit down, interview with them, chat with them, address those episodes. So great new format coming through. So there'll be 2 episodes with Gillian and I together in a month, and then there will be 2 of us individually talking with someone else. So
yeah, if you wanted to come and have a chat, or if there's someone you would like to hear, if there's someone that you think needs to be on the show, let us know and we will reach out to them and see if they want to come and join us. Yeah, if you've got something that you want to tell everyone or something that you want to promote that's of value to our community, give us a shout out and we'll get on to you. And you've listened to the show long enough, you know what our style is. We don't take ourselves too seriously. We do talk about serious things though, because we can't not. So yeah, we like to think we handle it with a little bit of humour and a bit of a piss take, but we do need to have some of these serious conversations and bring some of this stuff out into the open and start discussing it a bit more. I've just realised, Katja, that my hair's dark and my background's really dark. It looks like I'm bald. It looks like I have no hair. So if you're watching, you can't, obviously, if you're just listening to this, you're missing it. But if you're seeing us on the YouTube channel, I do actually have hair.
Thank you for showing us
that. I'm not bald. I had a bit of a mishap over the Christmas holidays with some stuff I did to my hair, but that's why it's really dark, because I had to correct it. Things are not going well for a while there.
I feel like we need photos of that, Gillian, now that you've shared it.
Oh, I think I did I made a terrible mistake. I did.
Did you
Which like is not the first.
Let it go orange?
Yeah. So we got plenty of time So I decided, because I dye my hair quite a lot, because underneath this I am getting quite grey. And it's not that I'm worried about going grey, but it's coming through patchy. So I've been covering it up, waiting for it to like all come in like at the same length and all that sort of stuff. So I thought to myself, you know what, Christmas holidays, I will strip the colour out of my hair and see like how grey I really am. And it wasn't the usual brand of hair dye stripper that I usually use, and it was went really badly. So I had bright orange hair there for a bit. And because I do muck around with my hair colour quite a bit, I had some things in the bathroom cupboard that I could try and rectify the situation with. But they weren't permanent solutions. So last time I was in Adelaide, I went to see some very nice hairdressing ladies, and I said, look, this is what I've done. And they said, Dal, no, Dal, you've done. I'm like, yeah, I know I've done a stupid thing. I said, but I need to be able to fix it at home because where I live. And they sorted me out with all the stuff, and they looked at my hair and they said, well, you're this color. And so I've got the right thing, and they wrote down the formulas and everything. So I'm right now to keep fixing my hair. I also chopped my hair right off to ear length as well, to sort of take as much of the damage away as I possibly could. But yeah, did a really terrible mistake, which I won't be repeating. I will say, like I would say, I won't be repeating it anytime soon, but anything could happen, because the next thing I've got in my mind is I think I might like to try and perm my hair at home. So I bought all the stuff for that too. So while my hair's nice and short, I might give that a crack. So we'll see how we go.
Oh my goodness, especially while it's that short. I don't know how that'll go.
Or it could be quite special. You know, I might look like Kath from Kath and Kim. I'll let the brown come out and go back to my bright orange. Might look like Pauline Hanson.
Well, she is gaining popularity at the moment, so it might be the look to go.
Oh, anything's possible. Oh, but yeah, so that's what I did. I did a terrible thing to my hair. Don't do that to your hair at home. Get advice from a hairdresser. They're generally quite helpful. Mine were anyway. But yeah, what else have we got to talk about, Katja? What else got to do?
Well, it wouldn't be the first episode back of the year without doing a sponsorship call. So for the Ultimate Farm Wife, I'm sitting down. I've got 30 episodes which are going to be coming out this year. I have booked in over 20 of those episodes already. And for the Absolutely Fabulous, we do around 45 a year. And we're looking for sponsors. So if you want to come on as a sponsor for all of those, some of those, if you've got a special event, something that's coming up, you're launching a new product, please get in contact with us. We're very approachable. We want to talk about supporting you because that's what we're passionate about, especially if you are in agriculture or you support people in agriculture, then this is going to be perfect for you. It's going to be mutually beneficial and we look forward to that. So make sure you jump out. Make sure you jump on the socials. All our contact details are very easy to find, and give us a shout.
And sponsoring a podcast and those sorts of things, it is incredibly affordable. So if you're a small brand or a small business and you think it's out of reach and that it's going to cost thousands of dollars, don't think that, because that's not correct. And it's actually a really good bang for your buck, because not only will you get a mention on the various podcasts that we're all doing, Katja also does have the Ultimate Farm Wife newsletter that goes out, and we've got the Ultimate Farm Wife Facebook group that you can also be mentioned in. So you've got the potential to reach a lot of people for a very small amount of money. So it is really a smart investment if that's what you're thinking of doing. If you wanted to get your product out there, or your event, or your offerings, or service offerings, maybe you might do hairdressing advice over the phone or something like that. Yeah, just if you want to speak to people in agriculture, if you want to speak to women, if you want to speak to women in agriculture, we're the place to do it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And if you're putting on an event and you want Gillian and I to come and speak, also hit us up. We're both very good at speaking at different events, and we have lots in the calendar both for this year, and we've also got some events for 2027 already on the calendar. So never too far out to hit us up and ask us some questions about those.
Yep, definitely. If especially with the way my calendar looks towards the end of the year, get in sooner rather than later.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, it's going to get really hectic towards after March till about November.
Yeah, absolutely. So everyone, welcome back to the show. We're so excited to be back on the airwaves for this year. Keep sending through your research, keep sending through your articles, keep telling us what you want to know because we're here to help, to give our opinion, and we can't do a show without you guys. You mean so much to us. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. And we'll catch you next time.
Bye.